For Jordan, are men more susceptible to loneliness than women?
No. No. Well, we know this. So at puberty, women become more sensitive to negative emotion than men, and then that's permanent, on average, through the entire life course. And it looks like it's associated with hormonal changes. And so cross-culturally, women experience higher levels of depression and anxiety and shame and guilt, all the negative emotions that clump together. And so loneliness is a pain-related emotion, and women are more susceptible to that.
What do you know?
I don't agree. I mean, if you just, yeah, maybe like biology-wise, but if you have to factor in for society currently, you know, maybe biology-wise, women have the genes to be, you know, more susceptible to loneliness. But if you just look at current modern day society, I mean, definitely on average, there's more men that are lonely than women. And there's kind of no debating that at all, just because of the direction that modern day society is in. You know, women are just placed on this pedestal, and, you know, they're kind of just worshipped by men with, you know, the OnlyFans stuff and Instagram models and stuff like that. And I don't think there's many women out there that feel very lonely. It's kind of hard for women to feel lonely. You just post an Instagram story and all of a sudden you don't feel lonely anymore, you know? So I think there's a whole lot more lonely men. So I maybe Jordan Peterson has the science to back it up where, you know, biologically women are more susceptible to it. If we're looking at the real stats in current day, I mean, it's very obviously men.
Everybody recognizes that women, girls, mature faster than boys. I mean, this is why they're going out with the upperclassmen. And at any age, they usually don't want somebody exactly their age. You know, even though this country is like crazy for age appropriate, God forbid we go out of that. But what do you think, if you had to name a number, pick of like how far ahead the women are years-wise?
Well, we know women prefer men 4 years older cross-culturally.
4?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But
and it's not necessarily only a matter of maturation. It's also the case that women are more attracted by socioeconomic status and productivity than men are in relationship to
how
women.
many years head start does a man need to match his maturity level to a woman's level? I think 40.
Well, there's wide individual differences in that too, Joe.
I'm learning a lot about women here.
Am I wrong about that?
Well, I'm...
Okay.
Yeah. I would say I have a different view of women.
The two most common problems that coaching, consulting, and training...
What do you mean, different?
Well, I mean, the depression, anxiety... what else do we have that's
negative?
Loneliness, everything negative.
No, not everything negative. Just
Okay.
because men are much more likely to be aggressive and to end up in prison and to be alcoholic, and they're overrepresented in learning disabilities. Like there are sex differences in psychopathology, and they're not all tilted negatively towards women. Definitely not.
Yeah, this is like one of those people where you just can't tell them facts when it comes to, you know, being a woman or a certain race or whatever. Even if there's all the statistics in the world, all the scientific research to back it up, this is the type of person that just will not accept facts if it sounds hurtful to her. If it hurts her feelings, she's gonna be like, oh, you're just misogynist, you're just sexist. I don't know who this is. Her name's Pamela Paul. I've never heard of her before, but I can just already tell she's one of those people. You're just a misogynist, you're a sexist, you're a racist. Yeah, we've heard it all before. That doesn't affect Jordan Peterson, doesn't affect anybody really anymore. He's just gonna spout off the facts, and you could tell she doesn't like it. Let's see what happens here.
So, but negative emotion, it's absolutely clear that that's the case, and it's the biggest differences are in the countries that have the most gender equal economies and socioeconomic structures. So the differences between men and women in terms of sensitivity to negative emotion maximize in Scandinavia.
Wow.
So
Scandinavians are also much happier than we are, though.
yeah,
Well,
but comparatively, their women are less happy. So
I mean, and I've seen those surveys too. I find it a very difficult thing to quantify happiness, or it's kind of like that pain chart in the hospital, 1 to 10, like somebody's 3 is somebody else's 8. You know what I mean? How happy are they really in Scandinavia? I don't know.
well,
I know this.
It's actually a decent point there by Bill Meyer. Pain is 100% relative, you know. The same pain that you might feel as